Hey babes, I'm Miss Mila Rose and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. I make tons of inspirational content as well as informational content for adult entertainers to be more successful in the industry and also to help you get started if you are brand new. My videos can also just give you more of an insight into the industry, and I'm also trying to help break the stigmatization of adult entertainers, adult workers. So that being said, last time I filmed a video about how to brand yourself when you're just getting into the adult industry and starting out as an adult entertainer. Today I'm going to be talking all about marketing, how to market yourself, how to build up your following, and how to be successful through marketing, because marketing is huge in terms of being successful as an adult entertainer. And if you don't know how to market, you at least have to learn the basics, and that is why I'm here today, to give you guys the basics on how to market your brand. If you haven't established your brand yet, I do highly recommend that you go on over to my branding video and learn all about that and how to brand yourself as an adult entertainer, because that is step one. You can't market yourself if you don't have a brand to market. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Marketing is all about building up your brand and establishing yourself on the internet. It's all about helping you gain a following and relevancy on the internet so that you boost your way up through the Google Analytics, so you have relevancy and you have traffic to therefore gain more sales and therefore more success. I talked about this a little bit in my branding video, but first step once you've established your brand and you want to move towards marketing your brand is you're going to want to start signing up to all of those sites that you want to work off of. And you don't have to sign up for every single site right away, but all the sites that you want to start working off of and all of the sites that you want to start advertising off of, I highly recommend that you sign up and get that username for yourself, because you don't want to lose it to someone else. And in that regards, you might also have to make variations to your name. I know I had to do Miss_Mila Rose for a few of my platforms, including Twitter and Instagram, because Miss Mila Rose was taken, unfortunately. So you might find yourself in a position where you do have to make variations to your username. That is completely okay. I do recommend that if you do have to make variations, that there are to these side platforms like Twitter and Instagram, and not to the main platforms that you're going to be working off of. Because if, for example, your main brand is Miss Mila Rose, like it is for me, then you probably don't want to use a variation of that on your main sites that you work off of, for example, ManyVids, OnlyFans. You probably do not want to be using variations of your username. That is why Googling your username before settling on a username is very, very key before finalizing your brand. But this video isn't about branding, it's about marketing. So I assume that you already finalized and established your brand. So now we are marketing, signing up to those sites. I do highly recommend Twitter as your main advertising platform, because a lot of sites that you work off of do auto tweets. So if you sign up for ManyVids and you turn on your Twitter and connect your Twitter to ManyVids, then you can get auto tweeted every time you make a sale, or you can post something new and advertise that new content that you have out. And this is so important because all of ManyVids traffic and their following is going to go to your following on your Twitter account, which is huge, huge, huge for cross advertising. A lot of clip sites do this, including Clips for Sale, I Want Clips, that use Twitter and auto tweets to cross advertise between platforms. This is beneficial for them, for people who have massive followings, and this is beneficial for you when these clip sites usually have a bigger following than you do. This is especially beneficial when you are brand new and starting out to the industry where nobody knows your name and you are just starting out on these platforms and you want to cross advertise with them so that you can gain followers from their following when you're advertising your content through their platforms. You could also get an Instagram account and advertise through there, especially if you eventually might want to become an Instagram model. Getting an Instagram account would be perfect. You obviously probably won't have enough following to be an Instagram model right away, but you can use that to build yourself up to eventually becoming an Instagram model if you want to do that. It'll just be the starting footing point for you to get started in being an Instagram model, or you can just use the platform to advertise yourself further. Some people use YouTube as well to advertise their brand, and if you do that, you can also look forward to potentially becoming a full-time YouTuber in the future. And of course, again, it's not going to be immediate. You have to build your following on that platform, but it'll give you that baseline footing for in the future. If you do decide to do that, that option could become available to you. What kind of platforms that you want to be working off of is going to be completely dependent on you. I do highly recommend ManyVids because you can sell anything there. You can cam, you can sell video content, you can sell photo sets, you can sell physical goods, you can sell virtually anything on that site, including custom videos, which I love. And you just have so much versatility in what you can sell on that site, which is why I really highly recommend ManyVids. I do also recommend an OnlyFans just because they're very popular right now and you might find success there, or you can start building a following on there where you can eventually find yourself success. Other platforms that you choose to work on is going to be completely dependent on what you mainly want to sell. If you mainly want to sell clips, there's tons of clip sites out there that you can sell on, including Clips for Sale and I Want Clips. If you want to sell custom videos, there's tons of sites out there that you can use, including I Want Clips and Amateur Porn Clips, as well as Extra Lunch Money. If you want to sell physical goods, ManyVids is the biggest one that I know of that is really good for that. If you want to cam, you can try ManyVids, MyFreeCams, and Chaturbate. I believe Chaturbate is probably like the biggest one right now, but I could be wrong. There's also some other ones that I haven't tried, but I heard that they're pretty good, like CamSoda. But yes, whatever site that you are going to be working off of, that's going to be completely dependent on what you want to mainly focus on. Probably you're going to want to be selling videos in this day and age. So there's tons of clip sites out there that I've listed, including even more that I haven't listed, but I do guide and reviews here on my YouTube channel, so you can check those out. I at least have one on ManyVids, I Want Clips, Extra Lunch Money, and I will be doing more in the future. So if you want to find out what I think of some of these clip sites, their traffic, their payout system, everything, you can find that information through my guide and reviews and how to use the platforms as well. A really great way to advertise yourself on Twitter is to find a retweet group and join a retweet group. There are tons out there, and you can either DM people and try and get into someone else's retweet group, or you can find a retweet group through a friend who is also a model, or any way that you can find a retweet group. It would be really, really highly beneficial for you to cross advertise with all the models that are in your retweet group, and that really helps you gain traffic, especially when you're starting out. Although I'm not 100% sure that there are retweet groups out there for people who have no following, so you might have to grow a bit of a following before you start looking for one. But if you do have a smaller following or even a large following and you're looking to boost your traffic and your following, then finding a retweet group can be very, very beneficial for you. Most models I know use a Telegram group, and apparently this is extremely beneficial in advertising yourself, especially for OnlyFans. So you can definitely check out Telegram. I believe it's an app. I'm not really sure how this works because I've never used it myself, but I do eventually want to figure it out because apparently it's just like one of the best for adult entertainers to advertise on. So Telegram is huge. Check it out, try it out, and I do recommend that. Step number 2 is to start selling your content. So you have a brand and you've signed up for a handful of sites, including advertising sites and sites that you plan on working off of. Now you should make sure that you have a batch of sellable content that you can start marketing yourself with. So if you're doing videos, make sure you have a batch of videos. If you're doing photo sets, make sure you have a batch of photo sets. I highly recommend at least 10 of whatever it is that you are trying to sell. If it is digital content or even if it's physical goods, have some ready to go to start marketing them and uploading them to the websites that you are going to be working off of. If, for example, that you are working off of ManyVids and you upload a video, you can tweet this brand new video through your auto tweets that you can link through ManyVids, and then it's automatically going to be marketing to your platform, your Twitter account, as well as the ManyVids Twitter account. So you are already gaining cross exposure just from this one tweet by uploading this one video. You can do this as many times over as you want when you're brand new starting out, but I do highly recommend that you have an upload schedule so that you can be consistent and consistently creating new content if that's something that you are doing and that's the main thing that you're doing. Consistency is key to gaining success. So I do highly recommend that you do have an upload schedule, maybe also a filming schedule, so that maybe once a week you're filming and once a week you're uploading, and maybe you're scheduling these releases to be uploaded. Try your best to be consistent, and forming some sort of a schedule for yourself can really help yourself stay on track with what you are releasing and getting out there. And of course, every single time you do release something that's brand new, or you have something that you want to tease its release in the future, make sure to advertise this by the auto tweets that you have on these clip sites, or create your own tweet with your own little video and photo set and use some tags. I do recommend using, I think 2 or 3 is the max tags that you can really use, the hashtags, before you start getting flagged on your Twitter account. So do be wary of that. I think using 2 is good for hashtags, and you can use tags like hashtag clips, hashtag MVGirl, hashtag content creator. These are tags that you can use to help advertise your content. And you can post these on Twitter, you can post these on ManyVids, and then get the auto tweets through your Twitter account as well. So it's really beneficial for you to start gaining your audience and growing a following. Because again, the greater your following, the higher your successes will be. Think of it in terms of milestones. Maybe you want that first 10 followers. That's one milestone. Then you want that 100 followers. That's going to be another milestone. And you can just keep looking at it like just little baby steps, getting towards a higher and a bigger following to help you grow your audience and gain a higher level of traffic for people to be purchasing your content. When you are marketing yourself, make sure that your following knows where to find you. On Twitter, this is a lot easier than on Instagram, because if you are posting this on Instagram, nowadays, sadly, they do flag you for soliciting. If you are saying, you know, I'm on OnlyFans, then Instagram is going to unfortunately flag you for soliciting. So you can't exactly do that there, but you can link your other social media accounts like your YouTube, your Twitter, and they can go to those platforms and find you on there. And maybe on Twitter, you have all of these video teasers, these photo teasers that are more nude and promiscuous that people can then go and find you on your clip site. So if you're auto tweeting from ManyVids, then there will be a link to that content and they can literally just click this link. If you are just advertising for yourself and not using an auto tweet system, make sure that they know how to find you, maybe link directly to your videos, your video page, or your store page. Do direct links on Twitter, Instagram. You're probably gonna get flagged for this, so be careful. Always know the terms and service of your platform that you're advertising off of, because being an adult entertainer, there's a huge fine line of what is and is not acceptable on a lot of these social media platforms, unfortunately. A lot of people use, I think, what's called all my links or something like that, but you can basically put in all of the links that you have for ManyVids, Ironclads, Clips for Sale, whatever sites that they work with. You can include all of these links and you can create one post, and you can literally pin that to your profile page on Twitter. So the first post that you have in your Twitter account, when people go there to find you, or when they do find you, they'll be able to see all of those platforms that you are on and directly go to these platforms and see your profiles and see all the content that you are selling off of these platforms. Step number 3, I highly recommend you go ahead and follow all those people that you inspire to be like. So you are on some of these platforms, you probably have seen some of these adult entertainers who are super successful, and maybe you inspire to be as successful as they are. Go ahead and follow those models on Twitter and on Instagram, and that way you will be able to see their posts flood your front page, and you'll be able to get yourself more motivated and inspired whenever you see their posts on your front page. I want to say most, if not all, models that are successful as adult entertainers work very hard and are very busy, and they're constantly posting, constantly releasing, and seeing their workflow and their work dynamics, that might really inspire you to work that much harder and push you that much more to reach those milestones that you've set for yourself to garner your own success as an adult entertainer. So go ahead and also follow anyone who motivates you and inspires you in the adult industry that's going to help you push yourself to greater and greater successes. Other things that you can do to try and boost your following include working with other models. Try and collab. Figure out who is located local to you, or travel to other models, or have other models travel to you so that you can set up collabs, because collabing with other models basically helps you cross-promote each other. This will help the both of you increase your following through the following that each of you independently have. If you have friends that are models, you can gain your following together and grow in the adult industry and gain success together and reach those milestones together. Working with other models doesn't just help with marketing, it also helps you create additional content and content that you otherwise wouldn't be able to film by yourself. Having girl content or multi-girl content can be super cool to include in your batch of content that you currently own and currently sell and market. However, do not forget those model release forms and getting their IDs as well. Photos of their IDs and signed model release forms. ManyVids does have a model release form available on their page as well. Model release forms are very important. Do not forget this step if you're going to be collabing with other models. As a wrap up, of course, you're going to want to stay as consistent as you possibly can, but it is okay to fall off sometimes. It is hard to be consistent sometimes. I mean, life happens and you can burn yourself out, and I know more than anyone what burnout is like. I mean, maybe not more than anyone, but I definitely experience burnout a lot. So you can fall off sometimes in terms of how hard you're working. You can fall off sometimes in terms of slow spells. These are normal, these happen. Try not to let it get to you. Pick yourself back up when you're feeling better and work on yourself as much as possible so that you're able to work more consistently and more professionally. You'll grow and learn as you do, and that is completely okay. So on that note, consistency is key, but set goals and stay positive. That's all I have for you babes today. I hope that was super informative for you guys and helps you gain higher and higher successes in the adult industry. If this video was helpful and you enjoyed it, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on that notifications button down below, and I'll see you guys next time with another video. Bye for now.